Got a little party going on over here. Looks like it. What's up, guys? Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today I'm doing amazing. I'm trying not to throw up after jiu-jitsu. Ugh. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. So guys, I have a really controversial topic to talk about today. Let's see if we can move some of these leaves with the exhaust. Ready? A little bit. And the topic that I want to talk about today is why I think every single sport bike rider should try a cruiser at least once in their riding career. I love sport bikes. I will always love sport bikes. And sport bikes are always my comfort zone. But as you guys know, I recently bought a Harley Davidson. And I want to talk about why I think that was good for me and why I think it's probably good for everybody to try something a little bit different from time to time. Look, the dog. Hello, dog. Hello. So I started with sport bikes. I like super bikes. I like Panigales. I like Ninjas. I like CBRs. I like R6s. That's my wheelhouse. But I recently got a Harley Davidson this summer. And to be honest with you, it's been really good for my riding. If you guys know me and you know my backstory, I used to really love the road trip. I used to take my little Ninja 300 all the way to the East Coast and back from Cleveland. I was always riding like 600 plus miles. I put 10,000 miles on that bike in like its very first year, with a winter break in there too. So I rode the living bejesus out of that motorcycle. And I'll be honest with you, once I got into super bikes, that went away. But it was a different kind of riding, guys. Like, all of these bikes are good at something, right? So none of these bikes, besides for the KLR, can do everything. And the KLR still does everything kind of bad, to be totally honest with you. And that's why it's important to add variety into your riding. So these pointy fast bikes are really fun to go around town and weave in between cars and go, you know, usually over the speed limit on. They're really fun for that. They're not good for, you know, road trips. I mean, I took this bike one day, like 400 some miles in a single day. And I'll be totally honest with you, it wasn't fun. It was fun to have this bike in a new place, but I'll be honest with you, it really wasn't fun. But that's just not what this bike is for. Since I've added my Harley Davidson, the spark of motorcycling has come back to me like tenfold. And that's because a variety has been added in. It's so important to add variety into your life and to do things that are different and also fun. Since I've added my cruiser, I'll be honest with you, I don't really hate on any motorcycles anymore, because honestly, like, every motorcycle is good for something different. It really opened my eyes. It really opened my eyes for things. So if you go to Harley Davidson dealership, they will let you ride their motorcycles. They'll probably try to sell you on it, but that's just like, you know, the price of doing business, to be totally honest with you. But you'll get one of two things out of a ride on a Harley Davidson if you're open and you're positive about the experience. Number one, you'll get a profound appreciation for the handling and performance of your superbike. You're on top of these bars and you're just, you know, you're always getting it, and you're always, you know, you can always be faster than anybody else, and you're more nimble and you brake faster, and it's a really fun, visceral experience. It really is. The second possibility, if you're open and positive about the experience, honestly, a light switch might get flipped, because you might just be like, wow, I don't have to be uncomfortable every single time I ride a motorcycle. Like, I can just cruise at like 5 over and just like enjoy myself riding and not have to go really fast and not have to be really reckless. Holy crap, are you serious? Because that's what happened to me. To be honest with you, this bike is super, super fun in just about every situation in the city. When I get on my Harley, it's just like cracking a Corona on the beach. Like, I'm not trying to impress anybody, I'm just there to ride. You'll get that realization that, like, yeah, I mean, it's big and they're heavy, but that big heaviness makes it more comfortable on long rides. It makes it more stable. You can also just sit back and enjoy the ride. I don't know about you guys, but while I'm on the super bike, I'm always, you know, kind of skirting the line, if you know what I mean, of getting into some trouble. And I always have to be paying attention of everything that's happening, you know, in front of me. On my Harley, I might slow it down and just take in more of the ride. And it's a more, to be honest with you, it's a more immersive experience riding on a chiller bike than it is riding on a super bike. This kind of crap is really fun. Being faster and getting around everybody is super fun. Like I said, most motorcycles are not jacks of all trades. I mean, at best, they're really good at one thing and can sort of pass at another. You just got to open your mind to things. You got to open up your mind and your possibilities of what you'll accept into your life on certain things like this. Like, super bikes are not the end all be all. cruisers are not the end all be all. Variety is really where you need to be at. You know, like everything, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in between is where you'll enjoy yourself the most. Ever since I've had a Harley, my mind has really been open to new things with riding. Like, yeah, this is super fun, but I'm not going to take this thing on a cross-country trip. I'm just not going to do it. I would need too many tires. It would need probably a service by the time I got to the other end of the country. Dealer network isn't really the most fantastic. It's not going to be the most comfortable. I'm not going to be able to take anything on it. And going into something else opens up whole new possibilities. And that's what getting into a different kind of motorcycle does for you. It opens up new possibilities. I mean, so the cruiser versus superbike argument is something that we will literally have for forever. We will. You know, cruiser guys, you know, a lot of cruiser guys hate superbikes. A lot of superbike guys hate cruisers, you know? It's just something that's just always going to be. It's like the natural order of things. But there's really no, like, definitive answer for that. Like, I think if you can have both, you should try to have both. Small PP over there. It's so nice to not have to go Mach 10 everywhere. It's so nice to have something that'll carry your stuff without having to wear a backpack. It's so nice to be able to just sit back, relax, and enjoy a motorcycle ride again in a totally different setting and context. That's why I think everybody should try a cruiser at least once in their motorcycle riding experience. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.